this woman talk is not even relevant. Shit's about to hit the fan.
Exactly.
Like you people talking about.
And I already see 7 women taking hold of one man. I see it. Because it's going to be bad, man.
It's going to depreciate. Your quality of life is just going to depreciate.
Yeah.
Very quickly. Very quickly. Because right now they're used to just finessing people for money.
So easy.
Simple, but. So.
And they think that their fake bodies is going to help them in that day. Nobody won't want you in that day. You're just going to be fucking ran through. Yeah, pride goes before destruction.
That's right.
Got it right ease. I'm going to continue to talk about gas prices. Think gas prices cheap?
They say they might go. What is it? My shortage of gas this summer.
So if there's a gas shortage, how much is that going to be?
Well, right now in California, I think is a gallon for $4.29.
Bumbo clot.
Yeah.
Holy shit. See? Okay. All right.
So that's CNN saying it's going to be a gas shortage.
Better go back to riding bicycles.
Mad Max.
Exactly. Con.
Ready.
Okay.
Okay, we're live. All right, Shalawam. I'm going to start off by saying all praises and honor to Yahawah,
YAHAWAH, Baha Sham, Yahushai, Baha Sham, QADASH.
Double honors to the apostles of GMS who rule well, and salutations unto the hopeful elect. Coming again, once again, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Baha Sham Yahushai, prophesying the downfall of this wicked place. We're going to get into the relevant news, which is really done through prophecy. All right. You're seeing everything that we've been saying to happen right before your eyes, man. And you people are still in a deep sleep, man. So we already know that this is a thing that is meant for a few people, right? So we're not pulling out our hairs trying to wake up anybody, right? Because we've been doing our job and what we're supposed to do. You had some.
Yeah, this is the book of Proverbs 1 and 1. Let's start. The Proverbs of Solomon, the son of David, king of Israel, to whom wisdom is instruction to perceive the words of understanding, to receive the instruction of wisdom, justice, and judgment, and equity, to give subtlety to the simple, to the young man knowledge and description.
Yeah, so we were all simple coming in this truth, and this truth made us subtle, right? It made us witty. It gave us understanding and knowledge, right? Go ahead.
Verse 5. A wise man will hear, and I will increase learning, and a man of understanding should attain unto wise counsel. Verse 7. The fear of the Lord Yahweh is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. I want to jump to 20. Wisdom cried without, she uttered her voice in the streets, she cried in the chief places of concourse.
Yeah, so we used to read that scripture on the highways, but currently there's new legislation, right? And there's people trying to protest that they have human rights, and they bring out the Charter of Rights and Freedoms, and there's laws right now that combat that, right? So all your rights, even people trying to visit this province, you cannot visit this province, you can't drive in this place, right? So you people are soon, you're finding out, right, that you really have no rights, and exactly how we've been telling you, you really have been just on privilege, right? Just like in prison, you can get certain privileges,
That's right.
and then you can get them taken away, right? So we're in that time. We're not on the chief place of concourse, and soon we're not really going to be on the internet either, man, because they've been, you know, they've been suspending the accounts, and they're just tired of this truth, so they're just gonna shut down everything, right? This channel itself has 2 strikes. We're back on this week, and for anybody watching, I'm gonna put up the link of where we put up the live stream if this channel, Lord's will, if it goes down, you know. But this is the time of the end, man. We're not
That's
mad.
right.
This is perfect. This is actually very perfect, because how many years have we been on the highways, man?
Yep.
You know, and the elders before us.
Elders, man.
You know, how many years, man? Decades, right?
That's
So
right.
you people, you have no excuse, man.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Like the elders say, Isa keep updating his laws according to what is benefit for him.
Exactly.
Yeah, this guy, Pastor Lynn, David Lynn, whatever, that guy that came to camp before, he was in the park, and the police came up to him, and he's there reading, you know, we have the freedom of mobility, and
Mm-hmm.
we have the freedom of, and the police responded, well, there's new laws
Mm-hmm.
that are in place right now that say you cannot gather with more than 10 people over there.
Simple.
That's it.
Right, so he says you can bring up this cause in court, but right now he said there's laws that go against that.
Exactly.
So he should have read Romans 13:1. He's lacking knowledge.
Exactly.
You know.
Book of Proverbs 1:21. She cried in the shift place and conquers, in the openings of the gates, in the city she uttered her words, saying, how long, you simple ones, will you love simplicity? And the
Yeah, we
scorners.
were in the chief place of Concord. We were on dirty Dundas, man. Nasty ass place, man. How many years dealing with you stupid ass boneheaded Israelites, man? You know, and heathens, even worse, right? So we're still doing our job to the best of our ability, but this place is on lockdown, man.
That's right.
You people are being warped. Your minds are being warped right now, right? Go ahead.
And the scorners.
You're being conditioned. It's a new condition. It's like it.
And the scorners delight in the scorning, and fools hate knowledge. Verse 23. Turn you on my reproof. Behold, I will pour out of the Spirit unto you, and I will make known my words unto you, because I have called, and you refuse. I have stretched out my hand, and no man regard. But you have said, enough all my counsel, and I will none of my reproof. I will also laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear come.
Yeah, so we're letting you know that the counsel is this. This is the counsel of the Lord. This is Him stretching out His arm to you, right? And you're scoffing and you're scorning. So guess what? In that time, the Lord's gonna laugh. When you people were in joy, right? For the last few decades, you people were in joy, right? Even though you're in hell, you don't even know you're in fucking hell. You people were in joy.
That's right.
But guess what? Your joy is about to turn upside down,
That's right.
right?
Verse 27. When your fear come as desolation.
Remember,
And
it said you people live deliciously and you exercise in your wickedness. So guess what the opposite of pleasure is? Pain. So you gotta feel that, man. Right?
Verse 27. When your fear comes as desolation, and your destruction come as a whirlwind, when distress and anguish come upon you.
Shalom.
Verse 28. Then should they call upon me, but I will not answer. They should seek me early, but should not find me. For that they hate knowledge, and did not choose the fear of the Lord Yahawah, that I will none of my counsel, they despise of my reproof. Verse 31st. Therefore should they eat of the fruit of their own way, and be filled with their own vices. Verse 32. For the turning away of the simple shall slay them, and the prosperity of fools shall destroy them. Verse 33.
Yeah, because everything can be compared to a supper, right? So when you prepare, like when you prepare for, let's say you're a young man, and you prepare for the future, and you do good, you work hard, you know, you get your education, you do this. Well, the supper that you're going to eat when you're younger is going to be stability and prosperity because you put in that work. But if you're a sluggard, right, and you don't put in that work, and you're always in that careless mindset, well, the table that you set for yourself when you get older is going to be a table of destruction, right?
That's right.
Right? It was the same thing for this truth. In this truth, in this whole world, you have two tables right now. You have the table of the Lord, and you have the table of the wicked, man. And the table of the Lord is dealing with the men that are going to serve the Lord, that are going to turn away from their wickedness to the best of their ability, not fully. But one thing those men are not going to do is take the gift. They're not going to take the mark, right? These men are not going to take those things, right? They're going to avoid those things like the plague that it is.
That's right.
Don't you avoid a plague? So that's what they're going to do. They're going to avoid the plague. But you people, you're going to take the plague thinking that it's a gift.
Exactly. Verse 33.
And a lot of you are already finding out that it's a plague.
Mm-hmm.
It's already plaguing your life.
Yep.
It's plaguing your body. It's plaguing your family. Right? Go ahead.
But who hearken unto me should dwell safely and should be quiet from fear of evil.
Wasn't that what we just said? And then you just read it. But who hearken unto the Lord is going to be good. You're going to be nice. You're going to be protected, man. But you can't be protected when you have certain things within your body.
That's right.
Yeah, a lot of jigs dealt, man.
Con.
That's their problem. As they say, wherein hast thou loved us?
Mm-hmm.
That was it?
Yeah, that was it.
That's a quick precept. This is Psalm 78 and 15. He clave the rocks in the wilderness and gave them drink as out of the great depths. He brought streams also out of the rock and caused waters to run down like rivers. And they sinned yet more against him by provoking the Most High in the wilderness. And they tempted the Most High in their heart by asking meat for their lust. Yea, they spake against the Most High. They said, can the Most High furnish a table in the wilderness?
Which is what they're asking right now.
Exactly.
They're literally asking that right now. That's why they have a saying going back to Rome, when in Rome, do as the Romans. That's where they get that saying from, man. Right? Because you people don't have no damn faith. Guess what? In Rome, the men of the Lord were telling the Romans they're going down. Uh-huh.
Yeah, and yeah, that's what they say to us. Like, how about you guys? What are you guys going to do?
What are you going to do in that day? Yeah, Khan.
Right? But that's a lack of faith. Verse 20. Behold, he smote the rock that the waters gushed out and the streams overflowed.
And that's why they don't believe in the chariots.
Con.
That's right.
Right? Going back to that. So that's why when we tell them about chariots, forget telling them how we're going to eat in that day. The reason why the majority of people are going to take that thing in their hand is because they won't be able to eat. So forget telling them that, listen, we're going to be okay. The Lord's going to be provide. Forget telling them that.
Yeah, because they always try to dig, like, okay, but what's the plan, though?
Yes.
Right. What's the plan?
And there is no plan. Even for the brothers, even for us. You know, we might have bought maybe a gold coin or a gold coin there. That's not for anything.
Yeah.
That's just to do, you know, sometimes there's just shit to do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, you buy a water, you buy some rice. That's not to have faith in this place. That's not to have faith within ourselves. That's just to say, hey, let me just have it.
Con.
Who knows?
Con.
The faith is in the Lord, man.
That's right.
The faith is not in the thing. People have faith in the thing. That's why they're in the line. Because they have faith in the thing, man.
That's right.
Yeah, they worship the system.
Worship.
It says, can he give bread also? Can he provide flesh for
Damn.
his people? Therefore the Lord Yahweh heard this and was wroth.
Of course.
So a fire was kindled against Jacob, and anger also came up against Israel, because they believed not in the Most High, and trusted not in his salvation, though he had commanded the clouds from above,
Wow.
and opened the doors of heaven,
Wow.
and had rained down manna upon them to eat, and had given them of the corn of heaven. Man did eat angels as food, he sent them meat to the full. He caused an east wind to blow in the heaven, and by his power he brought in the south wind. He rained flesh also upon them as dust, and feathered fowls like as the sand of the sea.
Yeah, because remember, when it's really cold outside, it's cold outside mainly because of the wind chill, right? But sometimes it's so hot that you need that cool breeze. That cool breeze coming, you're like, outside's so nice. And then on that cool night, he brings forth that south breeze, and it's just like, yo, it's warm now. Like you're nice.
Yeah. Verse 28, and he let it fall in the midst of their camp, round about their habitations, so they did eat and were well filled. For he gave them their own desire. They were not estranged from their lusts, but while their meat was yet in their mouths, the wrath of the Most High came upon them, and slew the fattest of them, and smote down the chosen men of Israel. For all this they sinned still, and believed not for his wondrous works. So who are we, man? Who the fuck are we? You know, like, for brothers saying, like, you know, well, there should be more guys, there should be more this. Well, it's you know, every different case, man.
Con.
Jake is, for the most part, hard-headed, man.
Con.
You know, so... for all this they sinned still, and believed not for his marvelous, wondrous works. Therefore their days did he consume in vanity, and their years in trouble. When he slew them, then they sought him. See? So that's when the military comes, they're going to seek the Most High.
Con.
And they already asked for help from the... Ontario asked, right? For help from the military.
Hey, just like you always bring out that scene where the military's walking down the street, they tell the lady, get inside. And then it, line her up!
Yeah.
And that's when she's like, oh my gosh, that hurt. What are you going to do when it's live rounds?
It says, when he slew them, then they sought him, and they returned and inquired early after the Most High. And they remembered that the Most High was their rock, and the high power their redeemer. Nevertheless, they did flatter him with their mouth, and they lied unto him with their tongues. So you can't accept anybody. That's why we don't accept just anybody that can just say shalom, hey, YAHAWASHI, you know, salute or whatever. Because people have in their minds, they could have something different. You know, you have men that can be idolaters in the camp, or men that, you know, like,
of course,
all kinds of things.
Like the elder said, you might have brothers who really get the chip.
Yep.
Shalachyayam.
That's right. It says, verse 37, for their heart was not right with him, neither were they steadfast in his covenant.